Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sarah. If you don't know me, I started my YouTube channel to follow my journey becoming a single mother by choice and going through IVF, as well as getting diagnosed with endometrial cancer and PCOS. So if any of those topics appeal to you, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. I think I got the right side this time. And hit the notification bell if you want to get notified every time I upload a new video. So this video has been requested by a lot of you. I wanted to go through my PCOS journey, or polycystic ovarian syndrome. So let's see, where do I begin? I had been on birth control, on the pill, for about 18 years. I kind of can't even really remember when I went on it exactly, but I want to say it was around when I was about 18. And I went on it because I was dealing with some hormonal breakouts, and I can't really remember, but I think my periods were pretty irregular. And so, like many doctors do, and still to this day, they told me to go on the pill and that would fix everything. So that's what I did. And it wasn't until I was 36, so 18 years later, when I first started questioning if that was good. And I look back and I think, how in the world did it take me so long to be curious about my body and how it worked and this pill that I was taking every single day? But I have a friend who recommended this book to me, Womancode by, I think it's Alisa Vitti, Alisavitti. I'll link it down below. And this book was pretty life-changing. So this woman who wrote this book, she has PCOS. She started suffering from the main symptoms of PCOS, which include irregular periods, high androgen levels, so some excess facial hair or acne. You can be overweight, and I think those are, and then cysts on your ovaries, which actually are just follicles that are not fully developed yet, as far as I know. I should preface this video by saying I am not a doctor. I have I really have no right to talk about any of this. This is just my journey and my opinions from the research I have done, my experience with PCOS. So please don't take everything I say literally. Just take it with a grain of salt, because this is just my experience and what I have found. But please do your own research and talk to your healthcare provider. Anyways, so she had a lot of issues going on from the time she was a teenager, and she always knew something was wrong, and she would ask her gynecologist, every time she would go to a gynecologist, she would ask them, what they thought was going on with her, and everybody always just told her to just go on the pill and that would fix all of her symptoms. So long story short, she ended up finding an article one time in her research, and it talked about polycystic ovarian syndrome, and she read it and she was like, this is exactly what I'm experiencing. And she took that article to a gynecologist and said, I want you to do a transvaginal ultrasound on me and see if I have cysts on my ovaries. And sure enough, she did. So they call them cysts, but again, like I said, there's cysts that can be on your ovaries. That's not polycystic ovarian syndrome. But when there's cysts on the inside of your ovaries, those are just follicles that are not fully developing, and because you're not ovulating because you have a hormonal imbalance. So that is one way to tell if you have polycystic ovarian syndrome. So, so the gynecologist told her when she asked, okay, if this is what I have, then what does that mean for my future? And basically she told her that she could suffer from infertility and diabetes and just like a long list of awful things. And she said, you need to go on the pill to not suffer from these symptoms. And she did not want to accept that answer because she really felt in her heart that like that she could heal herself naturally. She wanted to heal herself naturally. And when I read this book, like everything that she was saying just made sense to me. And that's how I feel like about, I truly think that what you eat and your lifestyle really determines your state of health. And so she basically talks about the food, how the food that you eat has a huge impact on PCOS and the symptoms that you experience. So she figured out how to eat for the different phases of her cycle. There's 4 different phases of your menstrual cycle, and she figured out the best nutrients to have during those phases. And she changed her lifestyle and incorporated, different kinds of exercises for the different phases of her cycle. And I'm really giving just like a summary of all of this. There's a lot more that goes into this book, but she cured herself of her PCOS. So she lost like 60 pounds over the course of like 9 months. She lost like a ton of weight. She cleared up her acne and just felt amazing, wasn't tired anymore, and just didn't have any more symptoms. So so there is a 4-day detox in this book that I did. So this was back in August 2019 is when I went off the pill, when I read this book. And she basically, like, she talks about how the pill just masks symptoms that you are having, and you need to figure out, you need to get to the root cause of the symptoms that you're having. Like the reason you go on the pill in the first place, if it's to regulate your cycle or clear up your skin, then that means that you have an underlying issue that you need to address. Could be PCOS or could be something else. And you should address it naturally, not with synthetic hormones. So when I read this book, did that 4-day detox, after I went off the pill, I just immediately, like within the first couple of months after going off the pill, I felt so amazing. I felt more in tune to my body. And I realized for 18 years, I wasn't even having a cycle. Like it was tricking my body into thinking I was pregnant, and I didn't even ovulate. I didn't have the cycle that I was born to have. So I downloaded, well, actually I have a couple different apps. She has an app that you can get. I think it's called floliving is her website, floliving.com. But she has an app. I think it's called the MyFlow app, FLO. And I also downloaded an app called Natural Cycles to start tracking my cycle. It's actually an FDA cleared birth control method. It's $99 a year, and you take your temperature, your basal body temperature every single morning. So, and you track it in the app. And I just found it so enlightening because I could like see the temperature changes throughout my cycle, and you can see when you're ovulating because your temperature goes up, and then your temperature usually drops right before you get your period. And it's just so fascinating, and I just like could not believe that it took me so long to be interested in this stuff. So like I said, I felt really amazing just about going off the pill for so many reasons. I also lost a good 5 to 7 pounds over the course of a couple months. Not that I needed to lose weight before that, but I just felt better in my body. I actually think my cellulite on the back of my legs was completely minimized after going off the pill. I had less anxiety, less like feeling sad. I just felt like myself. That's the only way I can describe it, is like going off the pill. I felt like I was finally myself, and that I wasn't for the 18 years I was on the pill. So I had my first couple of periods were normal after going off the pill. Then all of a sudden I didn't have a period for like 4 months. And then my face started breaking out and I started getting oilier. And then I knew that something was wrong. And I figured that I might have PCOS, but then when all those things started happening, I was like pretty sure I had PCOS. I ended up going to an acupuncturist after not having my period for about 3.5 months. I went to an acupuncturist and told her that I wanted to get my period back, and I asked if she could make that happen, and she said yes. So I think I only had 2 sessions with her, and I ended up getting my period in like a week or something. So it's pretty amazing. I don't know 100% for sure if that's what did it, but it seemed to have worked for me. So I did that, and then after that, I've been pretty regular. Like my cycles vary. They can be anywhere from like 22 days to like 40 days. So I guess they're still considered irregular, but they're at least happening every 22 to 40 days. But I just could not get my skin under control. And then I've mentioned this in my other videos, when I had my ultrasound, when I decided I wanted to freeze my eggs, they found cysts on my ovaries and took my blood work, and my testosterone was really, really high. So like the fact that I was having irregular periods, cysts on my ovaries, which again, like I said, not really cysts, but that's what they call them, and high testosterone, those are all signs of PCOS. So I got diagnosed with PCOS then. So I then, let's see, a couple months, so I'd say in July, I think it was in July, I started taking supplements. So the floliving website, they have these supplements. I think they're called balance supplements. I'll link all this stuff down below. And so she came up with a regimen that was specifically designed to balance your hormones and give you all the micronutrients that you need to support your cycle and balance your hormones. So I started taking those supplements, and I will show you what they are. There's 5 of them, and you have to take them every day. So this is a probiotic. These are dairy-free probiotics, and everything that she puts in all of her supplements are really, really great quality, and you don't have to worry about fillers or anything like that. Like, I totally trust her because she's making these specific for women with PCOS. Harmonize is an omega oil blend with D3, and you take that 2 times a day. The probiotic you just take once a day, and the Harmonize you take 2 times a day. Replenish you take 2 times a day. This is buffered chelated magnesium. More detox. This is detoxification support. So this has like vitamin C, biotin, zinc, green tea extract, turmeric extract, a bunch of stuff. And finally, Energize, which is a coenzymated, I don't know if I'm saying that right, B complex. So B vitamins are really good for balancing your hormones too. So I take those 5 supplements, and what else I take to help with my situation, I also ended up seeing, and I'll make another video about my experience seeing a functional medicine doctor. I went to a functional medicine doctor in August, and he prescribed, not really prescribed, but told me to take this supplement called inositol, and he recommended the Pure Encapsulations brand. And this is, so it says right on the front, it says supports emotional wellness and ovarian health. But it is so amazing for people with PCOS. So just do some research on inositol and you'll see like all the amazing benefits of that. And I really think that this combination of supplements has helped clear up my face. I'm breaking out a little bit right now because I've been on the estrogen for 2 weeks to prepare for my embryo transfer, and I've just noticed this week that I'm starting to break out again. So, but before that, my skin was like getting really, really clear, and I was really happy. So what I do want to show you what else I take supplement wise. So like when I start my morning, and I've been doing this since 2014, I think. I started drinking a green drink every morning by a company called Purium. My mom is the one who actually got me to start doing it with her. And so this is the power shake that I drink every morning. It's non-GMO, organic, vegan, gluten-free, and I'm just gonna tell you the ingredients. So everything's organic that I'm about to say. So rice bran extract, oat flour, spirulina, millet, carrot juice powder, wheatgrass juice powder, amaranth, alfalfa leaf juice powder, oatgrass juice powder, buckwheat, quinoa, raspberry, apple, lohan glowberry extract, which is a sweet, it makes it sweet, and chia seed. So it's all like amazing stuff, and it actually tastes, I mean, I'm used to it, so I think it tastes good. And I just mix this with water with 12 ounces of water every morning, 2 scoops of this. And I feel like that makes me feel good about starting my day like in a healthy way. And even if I end up making some unhealthy choices throughout the day, at least I know I got like wheatgrass and spirulina and like all these greens and all these good nutrients like right when I wake up. And what I mix with my power shake is elderberry crystals for immune support. And this actually makes the power shake taste even better in my opinion, because it's not sweet at all, but it gives it like a, it's almost like a grapey taste to it. I like it. And I really feel like this has helped me stay healthy and not get sick nearly as much as I used to before I started doing all of this. And then my functional medicine doctor also prescribed a couple more nutrients. He wanted me to take a D3 supplement, so I take more vitamin D. I was just a little on the lower end of the normal range of vitamin D when they tested my vitamin D levels. So I was surprised. I know a lot of people, especially in Ohio, are like really deficient in vitamin D. And I was still in the normal range, so I wasn't really deficient, but I was just on the lower end of the normal range, and he just wanted me to be more in the middle. So he recommended I take more vitamin D. I'm taking the Thorn prenatal vitamin. He also recommended this prenatal. He said all other prenatals are crap. Those were his exact words. So I'll take this one then. I've actually been taking a prenatal for almost a year now. I just started taking this one like a month ago. Before that I was taking another brand, but I have been on a prenatal for a while because I've known that I've wanted to have a baby. And then even though I do take this omega-3 2 times a day, he wanted me to take more omega-3. So he told me to add in this supplement, and I just take 1 extra of these. So I'm taking omega-3s 3 times a day. And this one is Nordic Naturals Pro Omega. So that is it's a lot when I look at this. It's a lot of supplements that I'm taking. But I really do feel like it worked. So I just wanted to talk about how I figured out I had PCOS and how I felt going off the pill. And I'm sure I'll be doing more videos to go more in depth about some of this PCOS stuff. So please in the comments below, let me know any questions you have. And I'll also link, so this green power shake that I have every morning, I have a code for $50 off your first order. I think it's, yeah, so I'll put that in the description box below. And yeah, I think that's about it. So I hope you guys have a great night or day whenever you're watching this, and I will see you very soon. I hope to have good news on Monday after my appointment to check my lining to see if it is ready for my embryo transfer. So I'm getting really excited about that. So I will see you on my next video. Bye.